Howdy, folks. Back for another session on advanced selectors you can do in Maestro. Again, I've got an Android emulator mirrored here, and again, I'm going to be using the Pizza app, the example app you get from the Ignite framework from Infinite Red. It's all on GitHub. You can follow along at home and reproduce everything I'm doing. So this time, I'm going to be chatting about relative position selectors. Um, Here I am on the podcast page, and if I want to hit this favorites button here, to favorite this great podcast about Discord and their React Native, here is what Studio will give me. I want the favorite button, and the favorite button is the second one. I could try and add some implied stuff by going, well, I'm going to insert this, and that'll work, right? But it's not going to stay evergreen, right? As soon as 346 comes out, that's index 0, that's index 1, that's index 2, that's not gonna work anymore. What we can do with a relative position selector is that we can say, I want the favorite button that is below that one. And so if I run just that line, I'm going to get it to tap this favorite button here. There we go. You could then go on and do other assertions. So you could say, I want to tap on only show favorites, and then I'm going to assert that the whole thing appears. Great. And that feels like a journey, and when you're maintaining this test, you're going to read it from top to bottom, and you get what's going on. If we then went back into the full list, the other thing we can do is assert on ordering, say. I want to make sure that these are always in reverse order. So I can do an assert here and say, great, this episode is visible, but to do the ordering, you use the same kind of relative position selectors, and you say, I want this text to appear above this text here. And so I know I've got some ordering. You could even go a step further and say, I want it appears above this text, which appears above the Discord episode. And I can run all of that together. And that's going to, if you're ever worried that, like, I've written a test and I'm not sure that future people are going to understand it, whack in a label as well. Um, it works exactly the same way as a comment. It's got one extra advantage, though, is that when you run it, it also appears in the output down there. Hope this has been useful. Catch you soon.